Alright guys, here it is, the Losi FiveT all torn down. And if you look over here, you'll see the engine just sitting here. I'm going to take this and put it somewhere else for now, because today we're going to go through, I guess you could say, part A of the electric conversion. Alright, so make sure you like, subscribe, share, and if you like this kind of thing, and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so the instruction book kind of pretty much tells you right there on the very front, get busy with it. Right? You can get that? It starts out with the very front cover telling us how to put the front servo tray uprights and put them together. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up bag A. All right, and guess what we're looking at here is bag A1. So let's put these other ones aside and see what we got going here. All kinds of stuff and screws. All right, bag A11 has screws and brackets. All right, so it starts out telling us basically, let me just set this up here so I know what I'm doing. Well, hopefully I know what I'm doing. All right, so I guess paying close attention to the orientation so that the holes will line up. Whether or not on what goes where, right? I mean, I could flip it over and there we go. Alright, so we need 6 of the TLR 5903s. Losi is pretty good about their instructions. They actually, the screws on the instructions right here are live size. So when they show you this screw, that's actually the size it should be. It's not my first go around with building a Losi product, so just count these out. Actually, this is the wrong one because it's countersunk. Alright, so that's 6 right there. Alright, see if it matches the picture. It matches the picture. Alright, so see what driver it takes. Takes that one. Yeah, that was easy, right? Alright, so if I follow the picture directions, I will put this in here. I'll get that one screw started. I'll do that for both brackets. I'm not going to tighten it down all the way yet. Should I use Loctite on this? Probably. Alright, so let me go grab that. Okay, so also they're really good about giving you lock, thread lock. But I found that most of the time, even though it's a really cool thing, most of the time this stuff is all dried up. So I have my own. I have this big jug right, or big bottle right here. I call it a big bottle because normally it comes in a small tube. And I don't have any water bottle caps, so I'm going to use what was supposed to go on my shelves. I think it was extra parts, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to put a bunch in there. And I'm going to take one of these screws. I already put one in, so again, I want to put one more in. The holes are lining up just like they're supposed to. Okay, I don't need to go crazy tight on these because I got thread lock on them, so shouldn't have to go crazy tight on them. I really like the Losi kits because they all just seem to, everything comes together, everything lines up. That's when you know you have a good quality kit, because everything lines up. I probably got too much thread lock on this one. That's alright. Hopefully this will never have to come apart again, at least this part of it. This is the part where it makes me a liar. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I just go ahead and I put the other bracket on. Okay, so I got the brackets on right here, and then we go on to the next step. Next step installing the rear servo tray uprights, which is on this same carbon fiber bracket. And that would be these right here. These right here. Okay. Looking for 4 of these screws. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And I did click off, and I did cheat a little bit, and I got my drill driver out because, well, because these are really fine thread screws, and it would take me forever to do this by hand, so I'm always up for something that's easy. Okay, so we have these bad boys are supposed to sit like this, right, with these blocks right here on top, and the screws go from the bottom up. Alright, so let's start with that. paying attention to the orientation of the picture, I'm just kind of like, alright, so there's no up or down to that, these blocks, so we'll just kind of, oops, I didn't pay close attention to the orientation. I mean, I could use the same screw, I just need to put it in a different hole. Alright, so there we are on that. Put some thread lock on these. It says not to use thread lock until later, but actually no, it says to use it now. Okay. So I'll just get these screws started, and then I'll go and cinch them up. This is the part where you should never tighten everything down until you know everything's going to line up fine. Alright, so there we are. We have these in, right? So next is I have to take the servos out of my old setup to put in this setup. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so this kit, it gives you an option of running a single servo or dual. I don't have a second servo right now, but that's getting ahead of myself because there's a battery box, or actually a receiver box that needs to be installed, and that must be this bad boy right here. Alright, so go ahead and cut that open. Now further down the line I may possibly go ahead and put a second servo in, but I kind of like to see how this is going to turn out first. And look in here. Oh, here it is. It's right here. It was like right in front of me. Oh my gosh. Alright, so up in this area right here we have the servo box, and it looks like the antenna goes to the back. And that takes two countersunk head screws right there. it sits in there kind of like that. Alright, so what size are you? Not that size, that's for sure. Okay, so I don't need thread lock on this because it's going into plastic. It will not do any good anyway. So we'll just go ahead and stick that up in there. And this whole thing goes in. So paying close attention to the orientation of the picture, I am this bad boy goes back here, kind of like that. So go ahead and screw that into there. Alright, so this is all in place right now. Actually getting a lot done. We got our front steering servo brackets in place. We got our brake slash throttle all in place. Then we can go on to something else here. Alright, so we go ahead and we put the steering servo in. Which is this one. In order to do that, okay, it goes in kind of like that. Like I said, I'm only running one servo right now, so, and then there are some brackets, a couple of these brackets right here that the servos screw into. I'm gonna see 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use the old screws for this. So switch bits. And I guess it's kind of important to have the orientation correct on this part. Okay, it's showing that I'm needing some nuts, but looking to me like these are it. What do you think? So I'm going to look ahead one more page in case I missed something here. Doesn't look like I missed something here. And it's not showing this bracket to be in there. Okay, so here we have found our first hiccup. Alright, so I'm supposed to have some nuts here. I don't see any. Check this bag. Hey, there's some. Okay, so that's because I am on A4 and I don't have that bag open. Alright, so here you go. Like I said in the introduction to this video, to this project, I'll probably make a mistake or two or three. A3, A4. There we go. We're cooking now. Alright, so here's our servo screws with washers. Okay, rear being this one. It says to plug the rear steering servo into channel 1, which would be your steering channel, but I only have one servo, so I'm going to assume that this bad boy is your primary, and if I'm wrong, I'll have to pull it out again. And those holes are really tight. Okay. It looks like I have enough enough screws here to do all both servos, so that's a good deal. Alright, so just put some nuts on here. Okay, time to go find my needle nose pliers. Alright guys, the next step said to make turnbuckles, but I don't want to do that right now. What I want to do is get all these servos mounted. So I'm skipping ahead a little bit and going to this part right here, which tells me what this fiber, carbon fiber piece is for. It sits on top of the sandwiches the brake servo, which is optional. Don't have to put it in, but in my case, sometimes I hit the oh shit button and I have to stop real quick. So we're gonna stick with that. All right, so got 4 more of these TLR 5934s with washers again. Okay, so just kind of like slide this over here. Gotta be careful not to cross thread these because these are really fine. Okay, I'm not Loctiting these in. But it'd be a good idea to check the tightness on these as we run it. Okay, so there you are. Servos are all in. Alright, so now we back up a little bit. Looks like we have some turnbuckles to make. Servo saver. Oh, look at that. We got extra ones. I had some of these. It's just like the ones on the truck. Cool. Alright. And that's going to go down on the existing servo saver, which is before. Let me look here. Looks like it was plastic, but now it's aluminum. So, hey, there's an upgrade right there. Alright, so I guess what I need to do is take this top plate off and take that servo saver apart. Because there's going to be, this is actually a dual arm right here. And there are, I need to make 2 turnbuckles. Alright, so hold on. Alright everybody, as you can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. Alright, so as you can see, everything's up in here. It's solid, mounted. It is not going anywhere. Only thing is, I got a couple screws down the side here that marry up to this aluminum plate. I need to replace because I took them out. I have no idea why. But so far, I think this kit's going really well. As you can see, I got the brake servo just sitting on here, and it's right where it should be, just like it was before. The steering servo, like I said just a second ago, I may have to shorten this link. As you can see, it's not perfect straight, but if I shorten that link, I'm sure that's going to work for now until I get another servo. I won't be getting another servo until, I don't know, probably all this virus stuff is over. Is you know, well, we all, you know, those of us who are still working, I'm fortunate to be, may not be working here in the next week or so. You never know. Depends on how everything goes. So next time we're gonna do the battery boxes. Let's see, battery boxes. Yeah, we'll install the battery boxes, and then then after that we'll put the electronics in. Then while I'm going ahead and I'm calibrating everything and all that, you know, we'll do a first run. Okay, so if this is something you'd like to see, if this is kind of interesting to you, let me know. Give me a like, click, leave a comment, share, subscribe. There you go, subscribe. That's the magic word. Subscribe so that I can do this more. The more subscribers I get, the more I guess drive I have to do this, and you know, it'll help support the channel. So remember, I'm on Facebook as RC Mechanic. I'm on Instagram as rc.mechanic. If I don't see you here, I'll see you there.